welcome everybody. Today we have a very special guest.
I knew early on that I wanted to make movies.
It's such a difficult industry because there's a lot of luck involved.
I mean, look at American Werewolf in London, look at The Thing, look at The Fly. Look at these films that have really withstood the test of time.
I sculpted this Captain Kirk mask, and they didn't sell particularly well, but then John Carpenter came in, said, can you paint one white and spray paint his hair black?
I was maybe 9 or 10 years old, and it scared the living shit out of me.
You're just racking up these people that you grew up watching. They're in your films. Is that surreal?
There were 35 directors there. If there had been a bomb dropped on that restaurant, never another good horror movie.
Benet's Bloody Bits.
Welcome to Triple B. My name is Jason Benet. I'm at the Vinegar Syndrome website, and we're looking at their Friday the 13th sale. This is the second Friday the 13th of 2026, and they're capitalizing on it this time with a couple slasher films. So let's look at this. So this upper left-hand corner, there's a banner for intensive care. He was a cold-hearted doctor. Now he's a burning nightmare. George Kennedy stars in the seldom-seen Dutch slasher film from VS Labs, the Vinegar Syndrome Lab sublabel. And let's look at the image here. Nice artwork. For a movie I've never heard of. This is always a good thing. Even though it's not part of the subscription, I'm totally into like hospital-themed horror films. The artwork here. There's the front. The back. Some screen grabs. This almost looks like a parody of a horror film. Oh, this looks... Oh, hello. This is my kind of film. How can you not get happy with this? Let me go back here. Better look at the Blu-ray. Let's find out something about it. What is this movie? It's before the reckless, short-tempered surgeon, Dr. Bruckner was able to continue his controversial neurological experiments wherein he applied shock therapy on comatose patients. He wound up in a fiery head-on collision with a gasoline truck. That's not funny. I'm not sure why I'm laughing. Brought back to his own hospital, gravely wounded, he lies in a coma for 7 years until one New Year's Eve. Hey, so this is kind of like a New Year's Eve horror film. When he suddenly awakens, ready to extract bloody vengeance fueled by his years' worth of pent-up rage. Directed by Dorna X. Van Roveroy. George Kennedy and the theme of this film is the selling point. Look at all these other names on here, obviously Dutch names. And then you got George Kennedy, who I just watched in the Vinegar Syndrome release of Demon Warp, which was great. He wasn't in it a lot. I'm not sure how much he's going to be in this one. It's from 1991 and runs at a real cool 76 minutes. You know what? Let's look at this trailer real quick. Promo.
The hospital board has decided to stop your experiments.
Idiots. Don't they know this is unprecedented research?
It's final. You don't have the proper qualifications. You are a general surgeon and not a neurologist.
Bullshit! My studies have proved beyond a doubt that brain functions in prolonged comatose patients are so depressed that only shock therapy can cause the patient to snap out of it.
You don't care about the lives it costs. Oh?
Oh?
Mom, I have an early shift tomorrow, you know that.
Amy's home alone too.
Amy has a boyfriend, Ma.
If that doesn't sell you on buying it, nothing will. I love this kind of what's considered bad cinema. To me is the best cinema. It's entertaining. And also we have a Blu-ray. So yeah, intensive care, that was a Blu-ray. We have different slipcover art for a previously released film, Unmasked Part 25. Came out, 4 or 5 years ago at least. This has a different slipcover. Obviously taking advantage of making him look as much as possible like Jason Voorhees. The mask is in the film. There's the front. This is better, also known as the Hand of Death. This is better slipcover art than the one that I have, but it's not worth buying it just for the slipcover. You can see the screen grabs here. This is not like it takes place in the woods, or it's kind of like aware of what kind of film it is. Very much looks like the mask Jason wore, or Jason didn't wear, in Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. I don't remember not liking this film or disliking it. It was just kind of middle of the road. That's kind of what the original slipcover looks like, is that. Let me see if there's the option. Doesn't look like there's an option to buy just the slip. 1,644 left in stock. Yeah, it's a 1988 film. Looks like it ported over the same extras. Let's check out the preview for it.
Perhaps we can be friends. I'd like that, wouldn't you? Pardon me?
So welcome, perfect surface. Oh, how I long to touch your skin. I'm pushing up the top, a wall of steel. I'm sticking up, a heart beating the dirt. I'm shoving up, a cool, a thing to see. I'm moving up, I'm fast, I'm mobile. I'm heading up, a proud head in the clouds, to the mountains, to the eyes. A welcome, perfect surface. Oh, how I long to touch your skin.
You're not going to kill me, are you? Look, I understand. Everybody has a bad day now and then. Everyone's entitled to it. But killing people isn't going to solve anything.
If only there was something more. It just all seems so pointless.
It is pointless if you already own the original version. That's the slipcover right here for that one. Not that one. Okay, you can see it here. Or now it's gone. Let's refresh the screen. Now it doesn't want to pop up for me, but yeah. So what did I grab? I did pick up Intensive Care. That looks very cool. Not part of the subscription, part of VSL, which tends to be pre-1970s films, and this one's 90s, so that's surprising. It could have technically been part of the subscription, but it wasn't. So that's what's new that dropped for this Friday the 13th weekend. But if you look at this upper right-hand corner, something macabre is coming. A splash preview title arrives at 12:01 p.m. Eastern on March 19th. So they're basically previewing one of the titles for the Halfway to Black Friday sale, which happens in May. That image matches the woman's hand and something, bloody and gross. An image from Lamberto Bava, kind of giallo, but maybe not exactly, a film called Macabre. That's previously been put out on Blu-ray before, but this is going to be a 4K UHD. Previously, Vinegar Syndrome released his film A Blade in the Dark. I'm calling it right now, Macabre, going to be announced for Halfway to Black Friday sale. And that's a big enough title that matches what that sale is all about. There's another film I think is coming for Halfway to Black Friday. It's something like a studio horror slasher thriller. And reportedly, one of the owners of Vinegar Syndrome, Joe Rubin, is a very big fan of this film. And that is Night School. I can see that what they're doing Brother also being a 4K UHD release. But, let me know what you guys think about Intensive Care, the re-release of Unmasked Part 25, and what I think is coming for halfway to Black Friday, Macabre, and Night School. Thank you guys for watching as usual. Stay scared and talk to you soon.